Problem INT 3.4. Water is heated while flowing through 1.5 centimeter by 3.5 centimeter rectangular cross-section tube at a velocity of 1.2 meter per second. The entering temperature of water is 40 degrees Celsius and the tube wall is maintained at 85 degrees Celsius. Determine the length of the tube required to raise the temperature of the water to 70 degrees Celsius. Properties of water at bulk mean temperature are density 95.5 kg per meter cube, kinematic viscosity nu 0.517 into 10 to power minus 6 meter square per second, thermal conductivity K 0.654 watt per meter Kelvin, and specific heat of water Cp 4.18 kilojoule per kg per Kelvin. So in the given problem, the water is flowing through a rectangular tube or duct. So in order to solve this problem, let us first draw the schematic of this problem. The given tube of rectangular cross section is shown in figure, having its height h and width b and length l. Let us say the tube surface temperature is maintained at Ts. Let's say this inlet represented by I and outlet is represented by O. Cold water at inlet temperature T infinity I and mean velocity um is entering into this non-circular rectangular pipe, and while flowing through this pipe it is being heated. So at the outlet hot water comes out at temperature T infinity O. Obviously T infinity O is greater than T infinity I. So this way the figure represents heating of water flowing through a rectangular duct. After drawing the schematic, let us enlist all the given things. So as you can see, the dimensions of rectangular tube is given 1.5 centimeter by 3.5 centimeter. Mean velocity is 1.2 meter per second. Entering temperature of water is 40 degrees Celsius. Duct surface temperature is 85 degrees Celsius and outlet temperature of water is 70 degrees Celsius. So all these parameters we have listed. Is 1.2 meter per second, T infinity I 40 degrees Celsius, T infinity O 70 degrees Celsius, pipe surface temperature Ts 85 degrees Celsius, height is 1.5 centimeter, that is 1.5 into 10 to power minus 2 meter, and width B is 3.5 centimeter, 3.5 into 10 to power minus 2 meter. After drawing schematic and enlisting all the given variables, let us make some assumptions to solve this problem. Assumption number 1, one-dimensional steady state heat transfer. Assumption number 2, constant properties of fluid. Assumption number 3, no heat transfer due to radiation from the duct surface to the fluid, that is water. The heat transfer is purely considered by convection from pipe surface to the water. Assumption number 4, smooth inner surface of the tube, and 5, fully developed flow inside the rectangular duct. Step number 4 is to obtain reference temperature. So since in the given problem the water is flowing through the rectangular pipe, so it is an internal flow, and as per the convention taking mean bulk temperature as reference temperature, and mean bulk temperature can be calculated as average of T infinity I and T infinity O. Excuse me. So from this, mean bulk temperature can be calculated as 40 degrees Celsius plus 70 degrees Celsius this comes out 55 degrees Celsius. So mean bulk temperature, that is reference temperature, is 55 degrees Celsius. Step number 5, obtain all the thermophysical properties of water at this bulk mean temperature. Now in this problem, all these thermophysical properties are given in the problem itself. So we no need to refer the data book. So let me enlist all these thermophysical properties which are given in the problem: rho, nu, K and Cp. So density is given as 985.5 kg per meter cube. Cp is given as 4.18 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So it becomes 4180 joule per kg Kelvin. Then new value is given as 0.517 into 10 to power minus 6 meter square per second. And finally, thermal conductivity of water is given as 0.654 watt per meter Kelvin. After obtaining all the thermophysical properties which are given in the problem itself, step number 6 is to find out boundary condition. Now in this problem, the surface temperature of the pipe is given as 85 degrees Celsius. So boundary condition is constant wall temperature boundary condition. Then step number 7 is to find out nature of flow. So in order to find out nature of flow, Reynolds number can be calculated using the relation rho into um into LC over mu. We have not been given the value of mu, so taking the formula of Reynolds number in terms of kinematic viscosity nu. Now here LC is characteristics length. It is also called as significance length, and for non-circular section that is of rectangular or square section, LC is considered as hydraulic diameter represented by D suffix H, and hydraulic diameter is calculated as 4AC by P, where AC is cross-sectional area. In this case, it is given as B by H. So 3.5 into 1.5 into 10 to power minus 4. So this comes out 5.25 into 10 to power minus 4 meter square. And P is called as weighted perimeter. So for rectangular cross section, it can be calculated as twice of B plus H. So twice into the value of B is 3.5 and H is 1.5 centimeter. So this comes out 2 into 5 is equal to 10 centimeter. So perimeter comes out 0.1 meter. So after calculating the value of cross-sectional area and perimeter, I can calculate LC, that is 4 into 5.25 into 10 to the power minus 4 over 0.1. So from here the value of characteristics length for this rectangular duct comes out 0.021 meter. Now after calculating this characteristics length, I can calculate Reynolds number. So therefore Reynolds number can be calculated as UM, which is given as 1.2 meter per second into LC 0.021 meter over value of nu is 0.517 into 10 to the power minus 6. So this comes out 48742.75. So the value of Reynolds number comes out 48,742.75. So for internal flow, the value of Reynolds number, if it is greater than 2300, flow is turbulent. So in this case, the tube, the water flowing through the rectangular tube is turbulent flow. Now after deciding the nature of flow, which happens to be turbulent, let us calculate the Nusselt number and average heat transfer coefficient. For that, I have to refer data book. So in data book, as it is turbulent flow, so I have to refer formula for turbulent flow. 2.0 for turbulent flow. Now to find out the appropriate correlation for Nusselt number, I have some constraints like flow is turbulent, it is fully developed flow, and boundary condition is constant wall temperature. So let us check one by one the formula. 2.1, 2.1.1, 2.1.2, 2.2.1, 2.2.2, 2.3.1. This could be the probable formula. 2.3.2. Again here um and u mu values are appearing, and in our case we have no idea about all these values. So after checking probabilities of all the Nusselt number expressions, expression 2.3.1 fully developed flow appears to be the appropriate correlation. It is generally used equation independent of thermal boundary and properties at bulk mean temperature. So I am going to select the Dietz-Boelter equation. And again, in our case, the fluid is being heated. So in this formula, the value of n will be 0.4 for heating fluids. So this is 2.3.1 equation and page number 126. So I can say from heat transfer data book by C.P. Kothandaraman, page number 126 and equation 2.3.1. The expression for average Nusselt number can be written as 0.023, RAT 0.8 and PR power 0.4. So this is the appropriate correlation. Now Nusselt number can be given as H bar into LC over KF. Putting the value of LC as hydraulic diameter is equal to 0.023, Reynolds number power 0.8. We have not given the value of Prandtl number, and Prandtl number can be calculated as mu Cp over K or again the value of mu is not given, so mu can be written as nu by rho into Cp by K. K is thermal conductivity of fluid. So this way I can calculate the value of Prandtl number. So putting the formula here, nu into Cp over rho into Kf power 0.4. So let us put all the values. H bar is to be calculated. The value of hydraulic diameter is 0.021. The value of thermal conductivity of water as 0.654. Let me check whether all these values are correct. Yes. CP is 4180, rho is 985.5 and nu is 0.517 into 10 to the power minus 6. So 0.023, the value of Reynolds number just now we have calculated 48,742.75 power 0.8. Value of nu is 0.517 into 10 to the power minus 6. CP is 4180. Density is 985.5 and the value of thermal conductivity is 0.654 and it is having the power of 4. So after putting all these values of rho mu Cp, now I can find out the value of average convective heat transfer coefficient, and this comes out 6463.8 watt per meter square Kelvin. So this is not our final answer actually. We are supposed to calculate length of the rectangular pipe. Now before going into the detail of calculation, let us write down all the possible equations for heat transfer rate. So the very first is H bar AS into Ts minus Tb. This is equation number 1. Second equation can be increase in the sensible heat m dot Cp into T infinity O minus T infinity I. Let us say this is equation number 2. Another equation is Qs into As. This is equation number 3. However, this equation number 3 is applicable for constant heat plus boundary condition. So I am supposed to calculate the L, and the length of the tube appears in the formula of surface area, which will be pi dl in this case. So in order to calculate the surface area, I must know the value of Q, H bar, Ts and Tb, which are H bar is known to me, Ts is known to me, Tb is known to me. What about Q? So if I use equation 2, m dot is known to me, Cp is known to me, T infinity O and T infinity I is known to me. And under steady state condition, both these equations will be same. So under steady state condition, H bar into As into Ts minus Tb is equal to m dot Cp into T infinity O minus T infinity I. Equation number 3 is applicable for constant heat flux boundary condition only. Now here the mass flow rate is not known to me, which can be calculated as rho into into cross sectional area. So let us put these values. The value rho is 985.5, U is 1.2, and the cross sectional area we have calculated earlier is 5.25 into 10 to power minus 4. This will be in kg per second. So cross sectional area is 5.25 into 10 to power minus 4 meter square. So let us put all these value. The value of h bar is 6463.8. Surface area can be represented as pi into perimeter into L. The value of Ts is 85 minus bulk mean temperature is 55 is equal to value of m dot can be taken as 985.5 into 1.2 into 5.25 into 10 to power minus 4. Value of Cp is 4180 and outgoing temperature is 70 and inlet temperature of water is 40. Here the value of PL can be, here value of P can be taken as we have calculated earlier 0.1 meter, because surface area can be taken as perimeter into length. So putting the value of P as 0.1 and solving this, the length I will get as 4.04 meter. And this will be the final answer. So this way you can solve this numerical. The point here worth mentioning is that, or through this numerical, the point I want to convey is how to consider characteristics length for non-circular pipe, and it is taken as hydraulic diameter 4 AC by P. Rest of the process is same.